for me, it's a reality. That's how women are. Women cares about what a man brings to the table. Because if I ask every woman today if she would marry a bum, I guarantee you 99.9% of women would say no. Like he has to have something going on with his life in order for you to be sexually attracted to him to give him a chance.
Would you marry a bum?
Hell yeah. If she was loyal, she was pretty, and she was caring, and she was willing to stay home and take care of my kids.
Hold on, wait. If she was loyal and if she was pretty?
Yeah. You have to understand that, like for men, we don't care about what a woman brings to the table when it comes to social and economic status. We don't care about a woman's socioeconomic status. We just care about her sexuality of the feminine energy she can provide to me, the love, the kindness, and the care, the loyalty. So when I meet a woman, whether she works at McDonald's, whether she's a millionaire, it doesn't matter to me. Whether she's a high social status, low social status, doesn't matter. I'm just looking. If I find her beautiful enough for me, if I find her attractive enough for me, and we can vibe and we can connect on an emotional level, and I can get that intimacy, that's all I care about. But for you guys, a man has to have some kind of economic status at the same level or higher for you to even look his way. Because if the guy is a bum, you guys won't look at that. But for me,
do you feel that way?
I don't care what she's doing. I just look at her and
can I add something to what you said, Will?
And I'll give her a chance. And that's the difference between men and women. So, and the reason why I brought that up for Lote to when it comes to hypergamy, because I do tell a lot of women is I have no problem with you guys going out there while working towards your goals and what you guys are trying to do. But just understand that the more you increase your economic and social status, that means you're only going to be looking for men that's in the same level as you. And those men that matches your socioeconomic status as you go higher in society, there's only a small percentage of that men. But for the average guy that's below you guys, there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them. But a lot of women, like I said, you guys don't want to date with those guys because you want a guy to match your level or grow. So I'm just saying that one of the things a lot of women don't understand is when you climb the ladder of life of socioeconomic status, just understand you're going to eliminate a lot of men because you're not willing to look their way because they don't match your level. But for men, it's opposite. I don't care about a woman's level, as long as she gives me that love and she gives me that feminine energy. Because for men, like that's our nature is we provide and protect. That's what we bring to the table. Is we bring the resources, we bring the protection, the provision. So it's natural for us that's what we want to bring in. We don't look for that in our partner. And a lot of women don't think that that's what men are looking for. Because if you bring something to the table, so I don't know, you guys see a lot of women, they're successful, they got money, they got careers, they got businesses, but they wonder why, like, how come these men are not attracted to us? Because that's not what men are looking for. We already bring that to the table. We're just looking for a woman's access to their sexuality. That's what we're attracted to.
Okay, Soli, I want
to hear what Soli has to say.
Oh no, I was just gonna add on to what Will was saying earlier, because like men, at least from what I've observed in my short time on Earth so far, the value of a man is based off of what he can provide, what he can produce. Yeah. And like, look, you might have said the guys you've been with weren't at the same status as you, but you had already said before too that they had to be working towards getting up to you and then grow with you. And then when they didn't produce, then they were gone.
That's hypergamy. Natasha, let me ask you this. So I'll give you a scenario. So there's two guys, right? There's two guys and everything's the same, everything's equal. So the love, the emotion, intimacy, the kindness, everything is equal with these two men, right? One guy works at McDonald's, making say $20,000 a year, and one guy is a doctor making $500,000 a year. But everything's equal. Everything's equal. They both love you the same way. They're both emotional. They're kind. They check up on you. Everything you just said of all the stuff that you want, it's both equal in them. Which one do you go with?
So I feel like the standard answer should be like, oh, I'm gonna go with Mr. McDonald's.
No, be honest. Like,
no, I am.
Like, be honest.
That's what I was getting into. Is it doesn't matter to me. Like honestly, for me, it's I'm not. If you have a job, then we're good.
No, like let me ask you.
But which one would you choose?
Which one would you choose?
It wouldn't matter to me.
Which is the handsome one?
Everything's equal. Everything is equal. Everything is equal.
Everything is equal. You just gotta choose one or the other.
Choose one.
I would choose the handsome one, honestly.
Everything's equal.
All that's equal.
Everything's equal.
They're twins.
The
They're
only
twins
difference-
and one's broke.
The only difference is one is making $20,000 a year, has no ambitions for his life. One's a doctor and making $500,000 a year, and he has ambitions for his life. That's the only difference.
I think if you're a manager,
I'll go with the
for any
ambition
business-
one.
But let me say, pick which one would you honestly, like you say, be honest. If you want to keep it real.
No,
podcast,
100%. Well,
What would you-
okay,
what
no,
would you- who would
so
you pick?
that's fine. So like Lote said, I would pick the one with ambition. You can, because you can have ambition and work at McDonald's and be a manager. He could have started out as the fry guy and worked his way up the chain. Like, I celebrate that. Everything for me, everything is about start. I mean, for example, my dad, like, he came from Samoa and he came here to, to the States to go to school. He started at PG&E just as like a yard guy. My dad is now a foreman. My dad is a big dog in PG&E. You feel me? So for me, I'm very much a person of like, I'm genuinely not, but if you're gonna tell me that Mr. McDonald's don't have no ambition, but then the doctor does, then I need the ambition, because for me, that's what's gonna keep me motivated. If he's ambitious, I'm gonna be inspired by that, and I'm gonna want to be ambitious too.
So ambition always translates to economic status.
Not necessarily.
It does. I mean, you just
Because if you're not ambitious, you're just at home sitting and not
Exactly.
doing anything, not even working.
people who are successful are all ambitious. That's a trait. You can look at personality traits and dictate people's behaviors of what they're going to do with their life. People who are lazy don't have ambition. People who are
But
successful
success
have
isn't
ambition.
success doesn't necessarily also have anything to do with the bankroll. I mean, Soli's ambitious. He chases his hustle every day. I'm ambitious. I'm not making hella money, but like my ambition
But it'll
is
come.
I know, but what I'm saying is, depending on the woman, it depends on her level of what kind of money that she wants. So, for a girl that wants a millionaire, she probably won't be attracted to Soli. But for a girl that is in the same level as Soli, economic and social status, she'll be attracted to him. So what I'm saying is, like, you guys just said, like, a lot of women would say, oh, I don't care about the guy's money. But then given with the option of two guys, you guys will always naturally pick the guy. If two guys approached you, everything equal, and you have to choose which one you want, you would choose the guy that is actually doing better financially. And I'm not saying that in a way to put you guys down. That's just how women are. And a lot of men hear that, like Soli said, a lot of men hear that from a lot of women. Hey, I love you. I'll be with you. Don't worry. I don't care where you're at right now. You can grow with me. And then they'll leave.
But why wouldn't you want the same for yourself as a man?
Because
why wouldn't you want a woman who's ambitious?
We are different. We don't see relationships and what we're attracted to is different. For men, we don't care about what a woman does or what she provides, because that's what we do. That's what we bring to the relationship.
So if she's not pretty and she's loyal and watches your kids, what's that do?
As long as she's pretty to me and I have sexual access to her sexuality, then, like I said, for guys, we don't care about what she brings to the table, because that's what we do. That's in our nature.
But I don't think that's a general. I don't think that all men are like that.
Yeah, true. There's always the exception to the rule. and
No,
the
there's always
actual
the
rule, like,
exception.
Yeah.
It's always exception, but we're talking about like majority. A majority, if most guys are gonna meet, they don't care. But like I said, they're always gonna be attracted to a woman's. Because like I said, Soli, let me give you a perfect example. Soli, you have two women, everything's equal. One makes 10,000, one makes 500,000. Does it matter for you?
No, it's whoever one says yes to me.
You see the
I'm not
difference?
mad at that though.
See the difference. So we don't care about what you guys bring to the table. And a lot of women don't understand that. You guys, look, why don't you guys want the same thing I want? Because I want a guy that is ambitious. I want a guy that's confident. I want a guy to bring to the table. Yeah, that's what women want. But men, we're different. That's not what we look for. What we look for is access to your sexuality and just your feminine energy. So that's why you see a lot of these women, very successful women, they're like, oh man, I'm accomplished, I got a degree, I'm doing all this for my life. How come I'm not attracting the man? Because what you're bringing to the table are things that men are not looking for.